Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time from my good friend Efree. Thank you so much. Not just for the request, but for being a great friend. Thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate that. Now, this is an interesting topic. It's another comparison between Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, and Jason Goes to Hell. Now, for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, commentaries, reviews, re-reviews, randomness, out of the blueness, rankings, lists, whatever, commentaries, whatever, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. Now, Freddy's Dead and Jason Goes to Hell, I like both movies. I'll say up front, I know those are two very hated sequels. Freddy's Dead is silly, but I find it fun. Jason Goes to Hell is different, but I find it interesting. I love the gore. I love the idea. I love the lead guy. But I do like both films. So, Freddy's Dead versus Jason Goes to Hell, which do I like more? I would say Jason Goes to Hell, but then I sit there and go, okay, what are the reasons for it? I said, kind of what points does each film get? And I broke it down into categories. Music. Music I would give to Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. I'm one of the very few that do not mind the score to Jason Goes to Hell. But Freddy's Dead, the songs, quite enjoyable. I'm Awake Now by the Goo Goo Dolls. I'm awake now. Indie pop song. Why was I born? Born in this world. I do enjoy those songs. I'm Awake Now, I think, is one of the best songs on all the Elm Street soundtracks. And that's what gives it the edge above Jason Goes to Hell, is the interesting, it's the fun songs. The killer, I'd give to Freddy Krueger, because yes, Jason Goes to Hell, Jason's not in it as much. Although he's in it more than the first one, he's in it more than part 5. I mean, I find that weird when people are like, I hate Jason Goes to Hell because there's no Jason in it. Well, there's no Jason in part 5. You barely see Jason. If you watch part 2, 3, and 4, look how little you see Jason in them until the third act. You see a point of view, you see arms, but the actual Jason, you don't see a whole lot. You see arms, you see the kills, the person getting killed. It's not until the third act that you see Jason. I mean, I'm just saying. And in part 1, there's no Jason, except the very end. Part 5, there's no Jason, unless you want to talk about a nightmare scene. So that's why it didn't bother me. But I do give it to Freddy's Dead because Robert Englund, part 5, he's a bit tired. Part 6, he got his energy back. And he's rather entertaining. Yes, goofy with what he was given to say. But it's an energetic performance. I mean, Robert Englund has given it his all on Freddy's Dead. It has one of my favorite acting points. Where he's talking to Yaphet Kotto. They tried burning me. They tried burying me. This is my favorite. They even tried holy water. But I just keep on ticking. That's one of my favorite acting points for Robert Englund. Freddy Krueger is fun to watch in that movie. Yes, far away from the dark Freddy of 1 and 2. I agree with that. But he's like, he really did think at the time this was the last time he would play this character. He's going to give it his all. Great graphics. You've got the power glove. Like, you may say it's a cringy line, but he's given his all in the line delivery. And I appreciate that. And that's one of the reasons I like Freddy's Dead. I like watching Robert Englund as Freddy Krueger. I think he's rather fun in the role. Yes, goofy, but energetic. So I'd give it to that, Freddy's Dead. One more thing I'm going to give it Freddy's Dead. The visual flair. Now, I do think some of the direction Jason Goes to Hell is actually rather good as well. Did you look at Jason Goes to Hell? There's nice push-ins, there's bits of slow-mo. I think for a first-time director who was like 19 or so at the time, I think he did a nice job trying to work with the camera, certain angles, reveals, camera pans, compared to other Friday the 13th, where they didn't do a whole lot of that. But I gave it Freddy's Dead because of the nightmare sequences and the slick production values of those was a lot more imagination. I mean, however silly it is, when the John Doe is in an airplane and he goes out of it and he parachutes out of the plane, or he falls from the bottom of the plane and all that jazz, that's some pretty imaginative stuff. And again, Nightmare on Elm Street usually had that over Friday the 13th because you deal with dreams, so you can really let your imagination fly. And I thought, compared to Part 5, it definitely tried to do more with his dreams and his imagination within the dreams. Like Carlos with the fake ear and make his head explode, all that stuff. I thought a lot of visual flair in that. But to Jason Goes to Hell. Lead character. I liked Lisa Zane and Yaphet Kotto and such in Freddy's Dead, but I gave it up to John D. LeMay and Jason Goes to Hell. I thought it was very relatable. I liked the idea of a guy who just wanted to protect his baby. It made it feel a bit different compared to the rest of the Friday the 13th films. It's what they should have done with Alice and Elm Street 5. Like, Elm Street 5 should have been Alice protecting her baby, trying to beat the shit out of Freddy like John D. LeMay was doing with this. And I really like John D. LeMay. He's one of my favorite characters in the whole on both franchises. Like, it's Lisa Wilcox from Alice from Nightmare on Elm Street 4, John D. LeMay. I just really related to him, and I really liked his performance. I liked the actor quite a bit. I like how badass moments he got. Get away from her, motherfucker! Slicing the one, almost the fucking head completely off to save his baby. Well, his ex-girlfriend too, but fuck her. But, you know, to me, I'm like, he's going to save his baby. You know, any guy that trying to do a fist fight with Jason is pretty badass. And he lived, unlike the guy from Part 8. So I think John D. LeMay is, you know, the moment where he's like, and the police station, like, really nice badass moments for the character. So the lead character, I go with John D. LeMay, Jason Goes to Hell. And also Stephen Williams as the Duke. Very interesting character. Love that character as well. But I like Stephen Williams as an actor. Kills. There's some fun kills in Freddy's Dead, like the head blowing up, but the kills goes to Jason Goes to Hell. It's unrated, it's bloody, it's one of the goriest Friday the 13th films. From the beginning, when take the one guy and it's so hard through the table, pieces of the face go through the rails, and it take two cops bashing their heads together, doing the elbow and fucking chin right into her face, frying someone like a fricassee and throwing them, taking someone, breaking the fucking elbow out. The biggest one is the railroad spike jabbing and turning a woman into a fucking wishbone. That's pretty fun. I mean, Freddy Krueger, he had the video game, and the guy died from fall into a video game, and then in real life, Breckenmeyer fell into a pit. It's like, eh. And Nightmare on Elm Street films don't have a lot of... You look at those films, they don't have a big body count compared to Friday the 13th. So the kills goes to Jason Goes to Hell. The tone. I will say, Jason Goes to Hell does have a more consistent tone. Because Freddy's Dead... It's cartoonish, it's silly, it's fun, but is silly. And then it's like trying maybe to be a little bit serious with the daughter stuff. But then, like, Jason Goes to Hell has a more consistent tone compared to the rest of the franchise. While Freddy's Dead does have that cartoonishly silly... Like, you didn't need Freddy as the fucking Wicked Witch near the beginning. You know, there's moments like that, they're like, it's a bit too much. Rachel Talalay, the director of Freddy's Dead, it's a bit too much. A bit too much. So the tone, I think Jason Goes to Hell is more consistent. The backstory, I bought it more in Jason Goes to Hell. Because I can buy that Jason has a half-sister that was hidden away because of what happened back in when the little Jason died in the water. And especially, I mean, because it's a half-sister, so that means, like, the dad, you never know what the fuck happened to the dad. I know Tom McLaughlin wanted to mention that Mr. Voorhees, but they didn't. And because they didn't, that dad could have been fucking around and has, you know, the father side of seed. I could buy that, and the half-sister is hidden away. Although I will say, don't fucking live near Crystal Lake then. Like, just move very the far away. Bad choices. But that's still easier for me to swallow than Freddy having a daughter out of the blue. Like, if you were telling me, like, Jason Voorhees had a daughter out of the blue, like, what the fuck? How? That wouldn't even make any sense. But it's like, right, Freddy Krueger had a daughter? Like, that was a bit more of a bigger pill to swallow compared to Jason Goes to Hell. So I give that more to Jason Goes to Hell. Same with the ending. I like the John D. LeMay and Kane Hodder doing their back and forth. And I like the way Jason dies better than Freddy dies in Freddy's Dead, because the light coming from the sky and these demons drag him into the ground, I think looks better visually. I think it looks less goofy than Freddy's Dead, where they try to do the 3D gimmick with all the creatures going around, and they're making sounds, these three dream demons. I don't mind Freddy blowing up, but then he blows up, and then it's a head, and it's another head, because they're trying to do the 3D. I remember seeing this as a kid in theaters. The 3D was only at the end, and even then it wasn't really much. Let alone on home video, where you're like, she literally has to put on 3D glasses. It's like, you didn't need this fucking gimmick. And it was a gimmick. And it's a gimmick no one fucking remembers. In fact, most people forget that part of Freddy's Dead was 3D. Until you say it, you go, oh, that's right. So that was always a bit fucking, you know, it was a gimmick. So I give the ending more than Jason Goes to Hell. Plus Jason Goes to Hell has the cool bit where it's the Jason mask and then the Freddy glove. That's pretty cool. That's a nice wink. So overall, yes, I like both films, but I do give it more than Jason Goes to Hell. I like the hidden Terminator feel to Jason Goes to Hell. That's one of the reasons I liked Jason Goes to Hell, because there are times it does feel a bit like an action film, and I appreciate that. And the police station scene with the gunfight, and the diner with the gunplay, I should say. When they're grabbing the gun and the point of view of the bullet going into the circuit breaker. I like that the director wanted to do like a little bit of an action horror sci-fi movie, because Jason Goes to Hell is part 9. You do the same shit over and over and over again. Jason in the woods killing people. We've seen that done multiple fucking times. And, you know, I'd rather see that than Halloween 2018, where it's the same shit again and again. And Halloween Kills would be the same shit again and again. And then Halloween Kills himself, or whatever the fuck the third one is, be the same shit. Because remember, there's supposed to be 3 movies. 3. So it's not going in with the second one. Said whatever the Halloween Kills. Still a dumb fucking title. Halloween Kills. Fuck. Halloween Kills. Look, this stupid it's just the same shit. I've seen it before. I like that they try to do something a bit different. Granted, just because it's different doesn't automatically make it good, but case in point, Halloween 6. Oh, magic stones stops Michael Myers' magic stones. And Paul Rudd, like, smiling even though he's scared. He's supposed to be scared, but what the fuck that was about. But I like Freddy's Dead. It's fun, it's goofy, but I think it's entertaining. I like Jason Goes to Hell, but I'd give it more than Jason Goes to Hell. Plus, the bottom line, Freddy's Dead has a cameo with Roseanne Barr, and so it loses. When you have a cameo from Roseanne fucking Barr, you lose. Sorry, Freddy's Dead, you lost. You lost the battle before you could start the war. Jason Goes to Hell has no Roseanne. Freddy's Dead, you got Roseanne. You lose. Because I always hated Roseanne. So, you fucked up, Freddy's Dead. You fucked up. Fuck Roseanne Barr. Not because of the shit that happened recently. I never liked her back in the day. I never liked her show. I never found it funny. I was more of a Home Improvement guy. So, that's just me. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.